Now here's 44 more.
Young Metro.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Moda Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Tonight, it's the Portland Trail Blazers getting set to match up with the San Antonio Spurs. Won by the Spurs. Enes Kanter with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Portland has the ball. Gets it in the left corner. McCollum to Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard for two. Shot by Lillard, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Lillard picked up by Derek White. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark to Harkless. Lillard. Enes Kanter above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Al-Farouq Aminu sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Kanter. Lillard, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Runners good there.
When LA was in Portland, there was a lot of confusion about whose team it was. Was it Dame's team? Was it LA's team? And then people were absolutely baffled when he decided to leave and go to the San Antonio Spurs. But let me clear up some of that confusion for you. Whenever you have a chance to play under a guy like Tim Duncan, maybe one of the all-time greatest power forwards to ever play the game, and learn from a guy like that, and another guy, maybe the best coach in the game, and Greg Popovich, you take that opportunity when you can, and LA did.
To Kanter. McCollum. Lillard. Steps out and hits.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lillard to McCollum. That's no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Nice pass to get things going.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Lillard. Offensive board to Kanter. Not that time.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
McCollum with the basketball. 5-point game. Harkless to Kanter. Jakob Poeltl with a piece. Knocked loose. Aldridge. A pass stolen by Portland to McCollum. And the basket good at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Beyond the arc for three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
McCollum over to the right side. Lillard buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
LaMarcus Aldridge. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lillard, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Lillard to Cantor with a drop step. The rebound taken by San Antonio. Aldridge to the rim. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
And DeMar DeRozan, no one in his postal code, hits it for 3.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Lillard, guarded by Derek White. Jumper's good. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first quarter. The Spurs have the lead. One quarter down. Jay, is anyone going to miss? Defense was not good in that first quarter.
You know why? Why? Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
DeRozan to Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lillard. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Cruises inside for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
McCollum, guarded by Jakob Poeltl. To Cantor. He connects. Not the guy you think would beat you.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Now now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
DeMar DeRozan at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To McCollum. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Cantor to McCollum. Lillard matched up with DeRozan. Has a chance. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the 2nd season in a row. Stop it.
Team foul number 2 for the squad.
DeMar DeRozan at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw good. Cashes in on the 3-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Lillard to McCollum. Lillard. Taken by Aldridge. Can't miss those. McCollum into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs. The drive right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Aldridge. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Jakob Poeltl. Lillard, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Enes Kanter tips it. McCollum with the basketball. His team down 9. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
I got ball.
Lillard to McCollum. LaMarcus Aldridge knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
McCollum. Lillard. Textbook defense. Aldridge. McCollum driving right to the basket. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
DeRozan. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. McCollum into the front court. Right now, down 7. Lillard, defended by DeMar DeRozan. Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Lillard matched up with Derek White. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Spurs in possession. Knocked loose. DeRozan up against the Weber State product. McCollum to Lillard. Curling inside. And it's Cantor. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Knocked loose. Spurs have it.
I'll take that.
And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Cantor. McCollum. Now pass stolen by the Spurs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
First half comes to an end. The Spurs have the lead.
The Spurs will start the second half with a narrow lead. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Trailblazers take over. McCollum to Lillard. For 3. The hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Harkless to Lillard. C.J. McCollum. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Harkless. Lillard. Here's a chance from long range. That's rebounded by San Antonio. To DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Lillard, guarded by Derek White. Count the basket inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Damian Lillard trying to cash in on the three-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jakob Poeltl. Lillard, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Lillard. He gets it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here we go. I got him.
Jakob Poeltl rejects it. And that one out of bounds off his spur. McCollum. Lillard. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
San Antonio with the basketball. Al-Farouq Aminu pins it. McCollum with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. To Aldridge. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Lillard against White. To Seth Curry. Fires the 3. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. DeRozan with the basketball. Leads 3. Lillard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Dame rises. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
To DeRozan. From long range. And the rebound taken in by Hood. To Cantor. Seth Curry. And scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
DeRozan, defended by Lillard. DeMar DeRozan, able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Lillard to Cantor. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Spurs. And throws it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To DeRozan. 4-3. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Rises for the slam.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Stuffs it down.
Number 11.
3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Spurs have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
Lillard against White. Pirtle sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Aldridge. And stuffs it home.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Lillard have to be careful inbounding the basketball, but good anticipation by the defense.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
Enes Kanter snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Lillard picked up by Derek White. To Seth Curry. Lillard. Curry goes to the left side. Now pass stolen by the Spurs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
LaMarcus Aldridge swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Aldridge, great feed, sets it up. And that's rebounded by Portland. Lillard, the hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Fires the three, off the mark. No good. To Seth Curry. Hood. To Lillard. Going to launch, beyond the arc. Count the triple.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Lillard matched up with Derek White. Knocked loose. Right now, San Antonio's possession. The monster stuff.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocked loose. Hood. It's Lillard for two. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Beyond the arc for three. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Lillard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Portland's got it. Lillard guarded by Derek White. Curling inside. And look out.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
DeRozan with it. Leads a bucket. And a nice finish at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a spur. So it remains Portland basketball. Lillard. It's Aldridge with the board. Cashes in for two.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's an announcement for the parents in the crowd. Have you considered enrolling your son or daughter in one of our summer basketball camps? Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Knocked loose. Lillard. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Lillard to Cantor. And it's Cantor. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. DeRozan. Al Farouk Aminu with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they just squeak this one out by a point. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Spurs finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most expensive. The Trailblazers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Spurs almost. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.